Hi there, fellow libertarian activists. My name is Susan Stanley, and I am in 2019 the chairperson for the Hillsborough Libertarians right here in Florida. But my passion is about membership and people's right to know and sharing a bigger strategic vision. And so today I want to talk to you about the fact that we can't reap what we do not sow. It's very critical and very important that we understand this concept. Hi there to all my fellow libertarian activist friends. So today's message I want to talk to you about, we cannot reap what we do not sow. Just kind of hanging here, thinking about stuff. And I want to first begin by asking you a couple questions. Are you feeling frustrated that the Libertarian Party, your political party, isn't winning more races at the voting booth? Are you beginning to feel discouraged that after all the dollars and all the hard work that you've been into supporting candidates from the local level to Gary Johnson for president campaign, that we didn't reap a more bountiful harvest? Are you starting to feel like you're up against that border wall, that oppositional wall that can't be climbed over, crawled under, or even traversed around? Are you missing your fellow activists and candidates who begrudgingly return to the duopoly parties to try and win from within? Well, today's message I want to offer you is a message of hope. I want to share a step in what I believe to be the next generation that we as libertarians must travel in so that we can change this exact outcome, so that we too can start reaping a bountiful harvest. We, the libertarian activists of today, we don't go where the duopoly has paved a path leading us to a vision that we don't believe in. The Libertarian Party creates for our country a completely different path, a new path, back to the path that was originally blazed by our forefathers. Today, as libertarian activists, we leave a trail that others behind us are going to follow to build the America that we can proudly leave to our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. Yes, I do know it can feel frustrating when you're involved with a movement that doesn't provide obvious, immediate rewards, or in any effort that doesn't pay immediate dividends, and you have to wait till the future for it to pay off. It can feel wearisome to give your time and talent, your dollars and energy, and not to mention all of your heart, soul, and emotions into campaign after campaign, only to lose to that opposition over and over again. Today, I want to challenge us to reflect on the why we are losing these races. Let's think about it. We didn't lose because our libertarian leaders have let us down. We elect our own strong leadership from within. We know exactly what we're getting. We don't lose this election because of foggy messaging. The party's platform is clear, concise, can be easily found online. We all know what we're fighting for. We don't lose because we're not included in the national debate, or because mainstream media reflects a bias towards our opposition. The internet, social media, heck, even our cell phones have changed the way people connect and share information all around the globe. People are unplugging from the cable TV and acknowledging fake news exists. In fact, I was recently visiting my daughter and her family out of state. Now, my daughter is a millennial who has completely unplugged the cable and pretty much avoids politics altogether. Now, my 1-year-old grandson started to fuss over things that weren't going quite his way. And my daughter, her response was, "That's fake news." And she kept right on going with their day. Now, if even my daughter, who's unplugged from cable TV, unplugged from politics understands the concept of fake news, it's out there. So today I want to awaken us to a reality that many of us want to dismiss. I want to address the actual reason we are struggling winning elections. Today I want to share with you how I believe we can change these outcomes and then inspire and empower each of us to do what we can do to build a more positive and productive, as well as principled, libertarian party. For us, beginning right here at home in Hillsborough County, Florida. So first, let's reflect. Why are we losing? I would say it's simple. We are losing, and we've lost all these races because the opposition outworked us. Were you receiving postcards in your mail for the opposition? Were you receiving people canvassing and knocking on your door for the opposition? Did you see them standing at different booths and markets and stores everywhere? Did you see signs on the side of the road? They outworked us. They better prepared their fields for the harvest. They tilled the soil, they removed the rocks, they planted the seeds, they watered the plants, they fed the plants, they removed the weeds that inhibited the growth, and when time came to harvest, they got to reap their just rewards. Libertarians were off gathering for beer and bitching, or marching in parades for gay rights. Building communities of libertarians getting together, trying to spread the hope of the libertarian lifestyle. While we were off doing that, the duopoly was out working in the fields. They were preparing for the harvest. Even though they represent a smaller portion of the voters than we do, not registered numbered voters, but the people who align with the way we think. They represent a smaller portion of the average American. When the time arrived, their harvest was bountiful. Their results were winning the election and promoting their agenda at the governmental level. Now, their vocalized support has obviously diminished. We've seen their numbers shrinking. Ours are growing. The NPAers, non-party affiliated, are growing. We saw record low turnouts for people willing to support the lesser of the evils. But the reality is they worked the fields, and the fields came and voted, and they won. They got to reap the harvest. We did not reap the fields, and we did not get the harvest. Now, I'm not discounting the value of building community or sharing our vision or teaching the libertarian platform. Every movement that wants to change culture from the grassroots must do these things. We need to appreciate today where we are on that path that we're blazing for the future. We need to acknowledge all that we've accomplished, but we don't need to get stagnant in that space. Today, I want to inspire us as libertarian activists, new and old, to recognize that as our party approaches its 50th year in existence, that the time is now for us to work hard at clearing the next section of the path we blaze. The time is now for us to prepare our fields for harvest, even if it's not till the 2024 election. Today, I invite you to get involved locally in this work of preparing the fields. So, how are we going to accomplish this? First thing we're going to have to reflect on is we're going to have to break through the duopoly's dominance of anger and rage, inciting fear and victimhood, such that the voters are searching for their savior to come and rescue them. The duopoly prolifically cultivates this field of fear, such that when they introduce this nice little person and candidate who can save them and make their world less fearful, voters fall in line behind these candidates to meet their basic hierarchy of needs, including food and shelter, safety, security, a sense of belonging. This is the platform of part of the duopoly, controlling the masses. Now, many citizens who recognize this fear tactic and don't wish to comply often completely disengage from politics altogether. If this misguided notion that if they remove themselves from the turmoil, they can ignore it. They often register as non-party affiliated as they seek shelter from this fear and rage that the political battles bring. Unfortunately, falling into this political apathy only allows what they are trying to avoid to grow even bigger and stronger. Edmund Burke reminded us that the only thing necessary for triumph of evil was for good men to do nothing. Yes, the Libertarian Party is still a political party, and thus we are of the same coin. However, the Libertarian Party is the opposite side of that same coin. We have the way to personal freedom, to prosperity, to happiness that each of us as individual human beings seeks. And we can bring this message to them, empowering personal responsibility and showing them that this can be a reality right where they're at. You know, we read fairy tales to our children when they're small. Not to share that monsters exist. Children already know monsters are out there. We read and share the stories so that our children can know that monsters can lose and do lose, and that we can defeat the monsters. Now, we are going to have to share our message that our monster, the duopoly, is defeatable by using impactful and clear messaging. Ever remember that our message, the libertarian message, resonates with the majority of the voters' desires for peace, happiness, prosperity. When people take that 10-question quiz, and I've done this for hundreds and hundreds of people now, very rarely do people fall out of that libertarian portion of the diamond. But we must do so in a softer and a kinder manner, avoiding the blame, avoiding the fear, the anger, and the rage that the duopoly uses to incite action. We must smile. We must welcome our fellow libertarians to join us in our positive and productive movement in the right direction. We must listen to what is of greatest concern to them and learn why they registered as a libertarian voter. We have to acknowledge that they're not alone with this concern and that we're interested in connecting them with others who share their ideas. We must take notes and utilize this information to best use the limited resources and dollars and volunteer hours that make the most impactful changes in the libertarians locally. Starting locally, all politics is local. So we need to bring this message back home to our state's membership committee, our county's membership committee, our EC committees. We need to listen to what they have to say, connect them with others, bring this information home, and utilize this information to best use our limited resources. Once we're home, we've got to activate our membership crews and invite them to become a part of communities. That's this. Our libertarian home and our family is their home too. Invite them to come out and join you for a cup of coffee, a beer, a meal, whatever it is that's going on. We must encourage them to get involved in some fashion that's comfortable for them. Whether it's only voting for the candidates that promote liberty in their area or countywide or statewide or national-wide. Whether it's becoming a leader in the libertarian movement, or whether it's someplace in between. Get your campaign and candidates teams involved with these people. Maintain these lists in these databases and reach out to them. This is cultivating the field. This is protecting them from the anger. This is pulling the weeds that are distraction. This is watering them and nourishing them so that when we need them, they'll be ready to bring us the bountiful harvest at the election. We must hold them accountable. Holding people accountable makes a huge difference. If I'm going to go out and take a walk on Wednesday and I go walk by myself, there's realistically a 50-50 shot that I'm going to walk on Wednesday. But if I get a group of friends together to walk the river walk here in Tampa Bay, I'm going to suit up and show up because my friends are there. So we must hold each other accountable, empower them to hold you accountable for voluntarily supporting the party that we believe in whatever way works best for each individual. Now, some are going to write a check once a year. Some are going to accept our current $9 a month challenge. And some will donate an in-kind donation or give up their volunteer hours. Everything that somebody does to promote our party and our message is appreciated. So share this information with the finance crew. Let them call on our members, ask them and invite them to consider buying Hillsborough Libertarians a drink for $9 a month on a recurring basis. We ask you to put in here in our county, we ask you to put $9 a month between your water and your electric bill. That's the same as going out for lunch one day a week. It's less than your Netflix account. It's about the same as some of these specialty coffees people are drinking or buying a drink at the bar. So buy your local county affiliate a drink each month and just put it on auto donate. If we're going to be a real political party and we want to impact real change, we need real dollars and real activism, and that's coming from you. You are the party. You are the Libertarian Party in your county. Don't look for somebody else to do it. You're it. So for me, as 2019 Hillsborough, Florida County Chairperson, I'm asking my local Hillsborough County affiliate Libertarians, I'm asking you to join me in our effort as we continue to prepare our fields. The time is now. We are reaching out to over 2,600 Hillsborough Libertarians right here in our local county. It is time to knock on the doors of each Hillsborough Libertarian family member and begin preparing and nurturing those fields. I'm asking you as a Hillsborough Libertarian to join me to knock on 20 doors in your own neighborhood near you. We'll give you the information. Will you knock on 20 doors this month and turn the results back to me prior to the end of June 8th? Just 20 doors a month. You can do it in one Saturday morning. You can put two of you together and go knocking door to doors. You can push strollers. You're going to get exercise. You're going to meet friends. It's a great way to get involved. It's fun. And you know what else? It's free. Nobody's asking you for money. And Hillsborough Libertarians, we've got everything set up on our website. We've got everything in your hands to help you on your journey. We have What Do the Libertarians Believe right there in your hands on a flip chart, so you have something in case you have questions. And if the people want to respond in any fashion, everything is right there. So they say, yes, I want to join the party. I want you to know who I am. I want to get involved. This is important to me. So you click on hillsboroughlibertarians.org/join. On that, it's going to ask what's important to you. And we can click those buttons and find out what's important to you. What do you want to get involved with? We can click to want to get involved with. Do you agree with our non-aggression principle? All these things are right there on hillsboroughlibertarians.org/join. Then you'll get our bi-monthly newsletter. It's going to tell you what's going on. It's going to tell you about all the socials. It's going to tell you about all the things happening here locally so that you can become a part of an active member of our community. Our community has a geezers gathering where people are just talking about politics in general. We have a Learning Libertarian 101 type of thing that meets out by USF that goes through reviews and studies and white papers and movies and talks about the libertarian message and what it means to be a libertarian lifestyle. We've got the feisty fiesta activists that are out there marching and battling for stuff and showing up at county meetings. We've got the loving Labradors who are getting together and eating a lunch or sometimes getting together for breakfast mimosas and having a good time loving on each other and finding how we can help with homeschoolers and people in need and reaching out to our libertarians in a method that does not include having government funds support them. And these are our living libertarian crew. And we invite you to get involved in any of these. And all of their meetings are on the calendar. All you have to do is go to hillsboroughlibertarian.org/events, and there they are. So just go to hillsboroughlibertarians.org. It's all there. And what we are specifically asking for you today is to not only get involved, not just to give us your contact information so we can invite you to these events and tell you what's going on, to be able to connect you with other like-minded, personality-driven people that are on the same things with you. But what we're looking for also is for you to buy Hillsborough Libertarians a drink once a month for $9 recurring. That's going to make a difference. And when we get to 300, think about this, 2,600 libertarians, and all we're looking for right now is 300. We need 300 of us to give $9 a month recurring. Put it between your water and electric bill. Put it on autopilot. It's super easy. You pay less than this for Netflix, people. And this is how we're going to make a difference. This is how we're going to be able to have a real office with our own copying machine, with the space for our own candidates meet and greets, for our county group meetings, for storage of our tables and our banners and our things that we have and our rack cards so that we can do these things. It's going to make us real. It's going to pull up our big boy panties and make Hillsborough Libertarians the county that the nation is watching. So what am I challenging you to do? I'm challenging you to go to hillsboroughlibertarians.org today. I need you to join. I need to know what's important to you. I need you to get active. I need you to knock on 20 doors a month, at least 3 months this year. I need you to put $9 a month coming to the Hillsborough Libertarians, hillsboroughlibertarians.org/donate. I need this from you if I can be a successful county chairperson, helping you bring the party that you believe in to your area and make a difference. And if you want to know more and you want to see what's going on, then the thing to do is to show up to our business meetings, which happen online and are recorded every second Sunday at 7 p.m. on Zoom. We want you to get involved. We want to hear what's important to you. We have a job and a place and a home for you. So I challenge you, it's time to start preparing these fields, getting ready for the harvest. And if we do this consistently, month after month after month after month, election cycles in 2024, we're going to bring in a bountiful harvest, if not then before. So email me if you need to reach me, chair@hillsboroughlibertarians.org. I'd love to talk to you about this. Give me your cell phone. Tell me to text you. Tell me to call you. Let me know whatever you have going on. This is the time, people. It's time to prepare the fields for harvest. You know what I say? Together we can. Hashtag Libertarians can do this. And hashtag Hillsborough Libertarians do. Peace out for now, guys.